Hey, welcome back to another episode for Life for Living Well. My name is Richard. Before I dive into the topic that I have for us this week, I do like, if you like to know one or two things about this community, you can find it out on our website at www.lifeforlivingwell.com. If you also would like to follow us on our YouTube, you can search on the YouTube as Life for Living Well. And if you are happy to receive our weekly article that we push out, you can sign up through our website. If you just enter your email on subscribe, and then you will join the list of people that receive the weekly article for Life for Living Well community. And if you are looking for a book that can inspire, that can transform, that can engage in thinking, you can also find the review of members, the book that they've read, the book that are shaping their life, their view, their perspective in a positive way. They put it there and recommend it. So hopefully it will be of help if you take your time to look into it. Without taking much of your time, let's dive into it. If you are new to this podcast, the normal way we approach our podcast is to take one individual quote and build our message around it. So today I will be taking from about Einstein, and he put the topic that I wanted to talk about today is what compound interest can teach you about life. And I don't want you to focus only on money. When I mention about compound interest, I would like to elaborate this message to all that part of our life that can elaborating and uplifting us in one way or the other. So the topic that we're looking at this week is what we call what compound interest can teach you about life. So according to Albert Einstein, in quotes, compound interest is the 8 wonders of the world. He who understands it, earns it. He who doesn't, pays it. So I hope that by the time we finish this podcast, you will join the group of people that understand the power and the energy behind the compound interest. And you will utilize and apply it to your own life so that you can benefit from it. So, let's dive into it. Compound interest is often described as one of the most powerful forces in finance. But its greatest lesson from my own personal experience and the others that I've observed has very little to do with money. So what did I mean by this? This single concept quietly shapes almost every aspect of our lives. So the question is, in what way? You don't have to look far to see it in action. Simply observe nature. Growth happens gradually. Someone gave me the concept of tree growing, that for days you won't see the trees pop up if you just try to plant it from the seed. But what is actually going on is invisible to the eyes. It's already established the root down under the ground. That you could see the taller the tree you see on the physical pace that you can see, just imagine you have the same size under the ground. And the same with the bamboos. It takes days, months before you can see the bamboo come up. But it's firstly established the roots under the ground. The same thing with the apple trees. So one small step at a time until the result become impossible to ignore. The same in our own life. If you change today, if you look into your life today and you change your mindset and you work on your mindset and you decided that I want to live differently, You begin to take a micro steps that is not feasible to everyone to see. They just see you are the same person, but boom, suddenly after some months, years, and you become a transformed person. Most people associate compound interest with investing or debt, yet few truly understand its broader meaning. As the old saying goes, drop by drop, a bucket is filled. I usually test people when people say they want to start a business, and you ask them what's stopping them to start. They say money, and then you ask them how much money do they think they need. They will quote a big sum of money to start the business. And you look at them and you ask them how much of this money you yourself have in savings account, and they have zero, or they have something barely have an impact. And then you ask them what are the key features this business will have. Skills, and probably out of 7 skills they require, they probably have 2, and the remaining 3 is something that they can go to the library, get a book, watch some YouTube channel in the area that focus on what they want to do, or take the little money they have, invest in themselves to attend a professional class. So small, consistent actions accumulate into extraordinary outcomes, such as making your bed, tidy up your space, clean your brushing your teeth, having a shower, change your clothes. Think the way you speak, to create time to read, expose yourself to many challenges daily, grow yourself to the point that you can handle almost anything. So because compound interest is so closely linked to finance, many people overlook how deeply it influences their personal and professional life. So life itself is a form of compound interest. Just imagine a child that was born. For a month, that child only slept with his arm back. Gradually, the child able to sleep with the other side of her body. That child crawl. So that same child start crawling. After from crawling, he graduating from walking. From walking, staggering from one place to another. He also graduating to able to run. Why we fail to look into our life process the same way. Why we become impatient that we wanted to see the result right now, and our expectation of result is massive. Every decision you make, every habit you build, every actions you create, those who understand this principle learn to make it work in their favor. Because when you understand the compound interest, you will make it work for you for good. You will focus on, if you develop a micro habit in a positive way and you have the collection of that, and when all of them come together, you become more stronger in that area, and that transcends into other part of your life. And those who ignore it, what happened to them? They often find themselves working against it. So think about the person that have a debt and he just pay the minimum debt, which is just interest only. The capital debt is still there. So Thomas Edison once said, opportunity is missed by most people because it is dressed in overall and look like work. This is why a lot of people don't want to do. Drink a glass of water in the morning. Stop eating certain food or eat certain time. moving their body from one point to another point. They resist you. They want the comfort. And they continue to wonder why they drain energy. So, is what capture the essence of compound interest? Meaningful growth, whether financial, personal, or professional, it's really dramatic. The great thing about focusing on compound interest is you are not looking for a dramatic change. That you plant a tree, in the next morning, the tree is already producing fruits. Or you plant a vegetables, and the next day is already grow to the point that you can consume it. But instead, it comes from consistent effort, repeated over months and years. So if you ever borrow money from a bank or financial institutions, you have already experienced compound interest firsthand. The larger the balance becomes, the faster it grows. The same principles apply to life. So ask yourself this question: what kind of compound interest is operating in your life? Positive or negative? I want you to pause and think about it. And not just thinking about money side alone, thinking about other areas of your life. Your skills, your career, your dream to start your own business. What's stopping you? Your relationships. Are you giving too much? Are you able to request for balance? Not begging, negotiate. Someone who repeatedly makes poor decisions while expecting different results compound their problems. The longer unhealthy habits continue, drinking, smoking, the more difficult they become to change. Negative behaviors accumulate just as powerfully as positive ones. So just imagine you put your energy today in accumulating positive habits. Just imagine the compound interest that will come from it. Fortunately, the opposite is also true. Imagine someone who invests in themselves every day. They read the books, listen to educational podcasts, develop new skills, improve their mindset, and stay curious. None of these actions create an immediate transformation, but over time, the result compound. Years later, that person has become more knowledgeable, more confident, and more valuable, not only to themselves, but also to their family, friends, colleagues, and community. People naturally seek their advice because they have consistently invested in becoming better. This is the true power of compound interest. It is not limited to your bank account. It shapes your health, relationships, career, knowledge, character, and future. The life you experience tomorrow is built by the small choices you make today. Choose habits that compound in your favor. Because in the end, compound interest is not just about money, it's about consistency. And consistency always pays dividend, whether the good way or whether in the negative way. I hope you choose the path that will be a positive one, because better you is the better world. Thank you for your time and have an amazing week. Until we meet again, ciao.